Good morning, students. Today I'll be teaching you neuromuscular diseases affecting the orofacial region. These are group of diseases that affect the nerve and muscle. There are broad range of symptoms in these diseases. The main thing to be noted down is the nerve, musculature, and the neuromuscular junction is being involved, and they affects the orofacial region. They are grouped as so many. First is myasthenia gravis, Bell's palsy, cerebral palsy, cerebrovascular diseases, muscular dystrophy, Parkinson's disease, epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, Huntington's disease, and Guillain-Barré syndrome. For the ease of the presentation, I'll be teaching you half of the diseases in the first presentation, and next half we'll discuss the other ones. First is myasthenia gravis. Myasthenia gravis is a generalized progressive muscular weakness on exertion secondary to disorder at the neuromuscular junction. Here the autoantibodies form that destroy the acetylcholine receptor site. As you can see in the picture C, the autoantibodies destroy the acetylcholine receptor site and they block it. So the various clinical manifestations are the cranial nerve, especially the eye muscles which are innervated, shows ptosis, diplopia, difficulty in chewing, swallowing, respiratory difficulty, limb weakness. Diagnosis is established by inability of patient to continually blink the eyes voluntarily. Oral considerations, we have tongue edema, mouth open after eating, respiratory crises are there, patient has an expressionless face, and avoided drugs are narcotics, tranquilizers, antibiotics that are to be avoided are tetracycline, streptomycin, sulfonamides, and clindamycins are not to be given. So what to be given? In those we give neostigmine, which is anticholinesterase drugs, and pyristigmine bromide. Neostigmine dosage is 15 milligram daily. 17 to 300 milligram total in a day you can give in a patient. In severe cases, we have to go for thymectomy surgical procedure, or we can start with a patient with a long-term corticosteroid and immunosuppressive drugs. Next is Bell's palsy, very common one. Sir Charles Bell's first described the syndrome, and there we have unilateral paralysis of the facial nerve, begins with a slight pain around 1 year, which abruptly transforms to paralysis, and facial muscles on that side will show weakness. There is inflammation of the facial nerve, this is one of the causes, or the facial nerve show compression, ischemia, and demyelination. It may be occur due to herpes simplex virus infection, or there is any lesion in the ear and the parotid gland affecting the facial nerve may also lead to Bell's palsy. So let's look at the clinical presentation as I have put in the picture also. The forehead involvement is unfurrows are there. Facial creases and nasolabial fold disappear. There is drooping of the corner of the mouth of affected region. Bell's phenomena is on attempted closure, eye rolls will upward and eyelids will not close and lower lid will sag. Tear production of the eye, tear excessively, there is a loss of lid control, involvement is chorda tympani, loss of taste, salivary secretions. 85% of the patients show partial recovery in 3 weeks. Now, what has to be given in them is corticosteroids. Corticosteroid, the first drug which we give in these patients of Bell's palsy is prednisone. Prednisone we give 10-day tapering dose starting 60 mg per kg per day for 5 days. Then we taper our dosage to 40 milligram daily for 5 days. Another, if we found there is a viral infection too, we can club with acyclovir 400 mg 5 times a day for 7 days. Vela 1 gram 3 times a day for 7 days. Very important drug. No benefits of the antiviral, then recovery rate of facial motor function is there. Spontaneous recovery occur in 3 weeks. Next is cerebral palsy. Group of the disorder with motor manifestation due to non-progressive brain damage occur before or after birth. It is of 3 types: mild, moderate, and severe, and mental retardation may be present in some of the patients. So what is the etiology for it? Etiology is acute maternal infections of rubella from the mother, or syphilis from the mother, RH incompatibility from mother, radiation, drugs, maternal dysfunctions like mother is already suffering from diabetes and hypertension. Neonatal, at the time of the birth, there is apnea or hypoxia during the birth. Postnatal trauma can be due to brain tumors and infections of lead. Now, there are specific areas of the brain involved. It's the following types. First is spasticity. Spasticity lesions, they are tense. There is only contracted muscles. It is the important one, the most common of cerebral palsy we see is sparsity. Sparsity, what we see in patients is the patients will have contracted muscles. Atheosis. Atheosis in the patient will have uncontrolled motion of limbs, head, and eye. It affects 20 to 35% of cases of cerebral palsy. Ataxia. Ataxic means there is a poor sense of balance of the motion. Mixed, above 3 mixed, then it is a mixed lesion in 13% of cases. Now spasticity, what we have, exaggerated movements, there is hypertonicity of the skin, loud noises, and amount of spasticity changes with time, although with age. Arthrosis. There is a worm like purposeless involuntary movements of the jaw involving the face, neck, and the trunk, the forced and jerky movements, slow and wriggling movements. Ataxia. There is loss of coordination of hand to eye, and balance problems are there in the gait. So, number of limbs involved, hemiplegic on one side if it is there. If both the legs are being gone with this cerebral palsy, then paraplegic. If both arms, both legs, we call it as a quadriplegic patient. Medical problems what the patient suffer from is epilepsy, visual defects of refractive error and strabismus. There is a squint in the eye, hearing defects are there, speech defects, drooling of saliva, and dysphagia. Now, dental considerations, if such a patient visits our clinic, what are the dental considerations is dental caries, periodontal diseases, and gingivitis are 3 times higher than the normal patients. And class 2 malocclusion is there in them. Enamel hypomineralization is there, bruxism. Parotid flow is lower as compared with the general population, and TMJ problems are there in such cases. So, how to generally manage? We manage with physiotherapy, wheelchair transfer techniques, speech therapy. Management of drooling can be done by transdermal palmale patches or parotid gland ligation. Dental management can be done in pediatric department with peri-wrap or the bow technique. Then cerebrovascular diseases. Cerebrovascular diseases include all the disorders that damage the blood vessels supplying the brain, producing neurological damage. Stroke. Acute neurological injury resulting from severe interruption in the flow of blood to the brain. Types of stroke, we have ischemic stroke and hemorrhagic stroke. The cerebrovascular system, this is the whole journal view that what is the cerebrovascular system, and ischemic what happens, and in hemorrhagic what happens. Clinical features includes that immediate controlling severe hypertension is there, anticoagulants heparin patient is having, cerebral edema, dexamethasone, and diuretics. Adverse drug effects because of xerostomia and prolonged bleeding. Muscular dystrophy. A group of genetic degenerative myopathies characterized by weakness and atrophy of the muscle without involvement of the muscle system. There is a weakness and atrophy of the muscles, but nervous involvement is not there. According to the inheritance mode of inheritance, they can be X-linked, autosomal muscular dystrophies, or myotonic dystrophies. Now, types, as you can see here, these the regions are being affected in the main areas. X-linked tile tissue, most severe common causes are marked variation in the muscle fiber size, or there is degenerative changes in the fiber. Connective tissue is throughout lost in the muscle. Adipose tissue is infiltrated in the muscle. Abnormality in the dystrophin gene located at the short arm of chromosome number 21. Males will have delayed walking, enlargement of the calf muscles, cardiac arrhythmias are there, and death usually results from respiratory insufficiency. On the other hand, females usually are carriers, but they have a develop of the risk of dilated cardiomyopathies. This you can say the shoulder and arms are held backwardly when walking, sway back, weak buttock muscles, knees may bend while walking, tight heel cord, patient is unable to wear the heels, thin waist. Now, myotonic dystrophy, it is a multi-system disorder. It's an autosomal dominant locus chromosome number 19. At birth, 40 years it appears. Involvement facial muscles, cardiac abnormalities are prolapse, mitral wall, atrial flutter are there. Now, orally, how they are important. Severe atrophy is there of the sternocleidomastoid muscle, muscles facial expression, weakness, facial muscles so show weakness. There is the protruded lips, lack of proper muscle tension, and temporomandibular joint dysfunction. What is the treatment? Usually no cure is there, but still corticosteroids can be given, physical therapy can be given, orthopedic procedures can be given. The disease has poor prognosis. Thank you.